Today, we're going to talk about goal setting and visualization. Now, both of these are really important. There's no right order to which one of these would come first if you were trying to think through, okay, here's my big four. I'm first going to start out with which? Breath control. But what precedes even that? It's the goal, right? The reason that you're in the challenging situation is usually because you've chosen to be there. Not always, right? Again, like I said, if you go to the challenge, then you hope to avoid the challenge coming to you, but sometimes the challenge is still going to come to you and you're going to be in a shitty situation that wasn't of your choosing. It wasn't a goal of yours, right? So it's possible that you have a challenge with no goal and then you've got to activate the big four, right? Or you've got a goal that leads to the challenge and then you've got to activate the big four, right? But it doesn't really matter, does it? It doesn't really matter. Bottom line is goal. And so I mentioned yesterday that we're tougher, mentally tougher, if we're focused on the right goals. Have you ever been in a situation in your life, which I'm sure you have, that where somehow you selected a goal, or maybe a goal was kind of foisted upon you by some friends or by some family expectations, and you're working toward this goal and you just don't feel any energy or passion toward it? It's kind of lukewarm. Yeah, and you don't feel like you're very competent maybe. And so you could say that this whole, the fact that this weak goal was kind of thrown in your lap makes you weaker a little bit, because it's distracting you and it's sucking your energy away. It's draining your mental toughness, isn't it?
Like saying your heart isn't in it.
Your heart isn't in it, yeah, exactly. There's no passion there because it's not the right goal. For me, there was no passion for me to be a CPA, so when I started that path, I loosely set a goal to be a partner at a CPA firm because that's what everyone was doing. And so I'm like, okay, well, if they're doing it, that's the pinnacle, then I guess that should be my goal. And as I'm working toward that, I'm like, there was no passion there. There was zero interest I had. And it took me a while to convince myself that that was a really shitty goal for me. And how much energy and time was wasted going down that path, right? And I didn't feel confident. I felt somewhat kind of weak, even though physically I had a lot of strength and skills. But when it came to my confidence and the ability to show up in the world with what I would, perceive today to be the full complement of Mark Divine, it wasn't there. But when I selected a different goal, and that was to become a Navy SEAL, to fulfill my purpose of being a warrior and a leader, boy, tell you what, it was almost like someone lit a fire under me. And every day I woke up and that fire was stoking, and my hair was on fire, and my feet were on fire, and I was moving fast, and I could not train hard enough. You know what I mean? Because all of a sudden I went from focusing on this shitty goal to focusing on this super powerful, inspiring, audacious goal that I was completely in alignment with, and everything started to change.